Welcome to a short story about Gustavus Christopher Henderson. He was an early citizen of Winter Park, Florida, who is honored for having founded and published the city's first newspaper, the Winter Park Advocate. And he was honored for having been a positive force in the city's incorporation in 1887. My story is from an article about him from one of the issues of his newspaper. His photo is above that article. As you can see, he's got a firm collar, big knot on his tie, and a bushy mustache. And except for 3 words inserted where the paper fold has worn away, what you will hear is exactly what was printed in that article. You have seen his photo, now his article. The above represents the editor of the Winter Park Advocate. Mr. Henderson was born November the 16th, 1862 in Columbia County, Florida, near Lake City, where he remained until 20 years of age. His mother died when he was but 10 years old, leaving him to make his own way in the world the best he could. He was old enough to appreciate the love and friendship of a mother before her death. The teachings of his mother left their impress upon his mind, and if ever tempted to do wrong, a more powerful influence prevented it. He was obliged to work at a very small wage for his support, but he furthered his education with attention to his books. He studied hard. His mind craved knowledge. He was not content to be a non-entity. For several years he followed farming, but was not content with that vocation. He finally gave it up and was employed with a New York firm as a salesman. He met with success wherever he went and was congratulated for his enterprise by both white and colored people. He was the first colored called commercial tourist in the state. But at the end of 5 months, he received a letter asking for his resignation. He sent it and demanded the reason why it was required. The firm explained that it had been communicated that he was a colored man, and many of the white salesmen had threatened the firm. The House did him the justice, however, of stating that he was among the best of their salesmen on the road. This episode was a failure at his plans and was disheartening. In 1886, Mr. Henderson came to Winter Park, where he made many friends. Later, he organized a company for the purpose of doing a general printing and publishing business. The company originally contained 12 members, but before operations began, all dropped out except Mr. Henderson and 2 others. He succeeded in procuring a newspaper outfit on credit, as he had no money. And on the 31st of May, 1889, the first issue of the Winter Park Advocate made its appearance. It is the only paper printed in Winter Park and is popular with people of both colors. He began as its manager, but soon assumed the additional positions of collector, reporter, and editor, and sometimes occupies one of the compositor's stands. He likes to promote the interest of his friends and his locality, and is therefore quite popular with leading citizens, and counts among his business patrons businessmen of both Winter Park and Orlando. He is ambitious and aspiring, and is proud of the prominence he has attained. He is a fair writer, and his paper is sought wherever it is known. I will add one comment to the article. he's more than a fair writer. From what I have read, he's a very good writer. A remarkable story for a man still in his 20s, don't you think? He did achieve his goal of not becoming a non-entity. Mr. Henderson was declared as one of the 10 who made a difference at Winter Park's 125th anniversary of its incorporation. Affectionately known as both GC and Gus, this man believed in a strong family life, Christian faith in the AME Church, civic duty and political participation in the Republican Party, education as the key to advancement, and the need for a continual fight for equal treatment of the races. Through his strong determination, he displayed a can-do spirit and ignored obstacles to his progress, yet made friends of all races. He married a school teacher, and their 4 children all graduated from college and achieved professional degrees, carrying out their parents' emphasis on education. Later, he moved to Orlando, Florida, and published newspapers there, and did investing in real estate all over the state. I take pride in telling you this story because I am Gus Henderson's oldest living grandson, Marcellus L. Henderson, Jr. I too like to write.